Bernadette wrote, yeah, your videos are really helpful to my shadow dance partner and I. Sometimes we aren't taught the correct timing or whatever, and it's kind of annoying. Okay, so that's a good point. Bernadette, do you know where to get a rule book? I just want to make sure that do not ever assume that you are given the correct timing. I don't even trust that I know the right timing, because every time when I work in partner dances, I always go back and check myself, because memory does degrade. If you don't check yourself periodically, you're going to sometimes slip up, and that slip up is going to roll over, and that eventually snowballs, and then it becomes permanent in your mind, and then you keep doing a certain way, and then ultimately it just becomes second nature. But you have to check the rule book. And if you go on US figure skating, I'm just going to show you guys real quick. Let's do that real quick. It's going to probably be the last thing I do here. Anyway, yeah, we're going to show you guys where to get a rule book. Learn the rules. All right. And by the way, it's free. Rule books are free. And I'm just going to get this set up here. Let me just find myself. Okay. I got to switch myself over. That's what's going on. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's find us a rule book. We go to USFSA or US Figure Skating. Same thing. You go here, US Figure Skating. Technical info. Click on that. All right, right here, rule book. Get it. Get it today. Get it now. That's the last thing I want you guys to do today. Go get the rule book. And just grab it. You can download it. Now, this is not yet fully scrutinized, so there might be changes to this one. You can always grab previous ones as well. They're in here somewhere. Let's see here. Combined action report. You could also have a copy delivered to home. I just download it and use it, and it works just fine. But yeah, this is where you want to go to get the rule books, and it's very good. You check the dance patterns, check the timing in it, and sometimes if you're really paranoid, what you can do is, let me just get myself back on the screen here. There are a number of ways you can check. When you go in the rule book, when you look at a pattern dance, and this way you're 100% sure, when you look at your steps, you can look both in the pattern as it's drawn and the number of beats listed next to the step, but also in the step description. It has this graph that follows right after the pattern, which lists, it says, okay, step 19, for instance, right outside 3 turn, and it goes for 3 beats, for instance, 2 plus 1. It tells you the breakup. So check both things, make sure everything aligns. Also count the steps from beginning to end, make sure they start on 1 and finish on 4 or 3, so it always comes back around, or 6. Anyway, just things to keep in mind. In other words, don't make the assumption that your memory is always 100% correct. Memory does degrade, fade, and change. That's my dog, Wesley. So anyway, check yourself, check the rule book, and yeah, always trust but verify. Anyway, this is Oleg, and I'm just going to see if there's anything else. Last things I need to say anything, and I'm going to be signing off here. Okay, great, and Burnett responded. All right. Yes, I have access to a rulebook. My partner has one, and there's also one that usually is always at the rink. I really should get one, though. Yeah, it's free. Download it. Put it on your phone. All right. I'm going to show you guys now real quick where you're going to find out when the next stream is. Okay, so okay, this is going on here. Now, if you go on Legaltikov here. Alright. Now, this is a little confusing because I have the... Oh, here we go. The picture where I'm looking like The Rock, looking out the window. I swear I actually do look like The Rock. Just for whatever reason, I guess it's the way the shadow's hitting me or whatever. When I looked at it, I was like, hey, I should make that the cover photo. But anyway, long story short, let's read it together. Vlog 16, next live stream date and time, plus live video 17 through 22, expiration date, see description. I'm going to keep this or a version of it up probably at all times, because that way I want you to be able to go in here and see what's going on, what the latest thing is, because what happens is I want you to be able to see, okay, when is the next live stream? Now, video 17 through 22, those were the ones that I did on Monday. If you haven't seen them yet, go and see them. If you don't have time to see them, you could always go and watch them on my Patreon. Like I said, Patreon could be as little as $1 a month, and you could always sign up and cancel before the month is out if you're really short on the cash. So I just want to make sure that you know where you could access them. I do not leave them up on the channel for the simple reason that it crowds out the usual videos, and then I get a bunch of people upset because they're not getting the stuff that they're used to seeing. And anyway, I don't want it to have a situation where a bunch of people start unsubscribing and because they're just not seeing the regular stuff. And if I was to put out 3, 4, 5 of these every other day, it would quickly crowd out the usual videos. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is I'm going to replace the ones from Monday with what we talked about in this stream. I'm going to break it down, take out the filler, and then just put in the relevant questions. And it's going to be maybe 3 or 4 questions, whatever it breaks out to. And then it's going to be the same format, and it's going to be episodes, say, 23 through 27 or whatever. Those are going to be up to the next live stream. I will put the date and time in here. This might shift, so just click on the video. If you don't even have to click on it, just read it. Live stream order, next live stream, and this is today, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I might be a few minutes late, just setting up sometimes. I have some system malfunctions or whatever, problems with servers, but it's getting better. Last time it took me like 40 minutes to get everything connected. This time it only took me a few minutes. Anyway, you could find out when the next times are, and if I have to cancel for some reason, I'll just change it to the next time. So if you're on here and say it's 8:30 and you're still not seeing me, check back on my homepage, see if I have made a modification. If I've made a modification, that way you know you don't have to sit there and wait for me. All right, well, I'm just going to wrap it up then. This is a great stream we had. I really enjoyed it, and I just want to make sure we're good. So again, I appreciate all of your support, and I really appreciate the support that I received for this stream as well, from Fulicolo, $5, and from Chris for $10. You guys certainly made my night with that. I was not expecting that.